Morning, it's Harvey Jackson. We're just going to go through news that hit yesterday that affected the market pretty hard. It was the talk or the rumors of the actual quantity for the renewable fuel uh, mandate, I guess. But yeah, let's just get through some of it. So canola futures fell with veg oils, and you can see here it's just talking about how much it went down yesterday, and the crude oil or the crude veg oil went down the limit yesterday. More just following through, and I usually don't look at these too strongly as Kyle kind of gets through a lot of these numbers a little in depth as well. But you can just see that these guys are just pointing out some trends here. The reason I took a snapshot here, this was for this length of time yesterday at the close, it was down 3 cents a pound for the soybean oil, and now we're not even a full cent below that, but it did gap lower because of this. But the rationale, or the other thing I want to point out, is when soybeans have one of their three traded commodities trade limit, everything gets expanded limit. So the soybean oil actually has a 4.5 cent expanded limit, and the canola, or sorry, the bean itself actually has an expanded limit too. Even though we didn't trade anywhere close to 75 cents yesterday, they have an expanded limit for $1.15 today. Wheat prices are rallying on export demand, and I don't think the Kansas City wheat tour or Kansas wheat tour actually had any true effect. They found a lot of wheat streak mosaic in their in their walks throughout the whole area that they actually walked in. Susan Stroud. So I just maybe spend a minute here. You can see that the feed and industrial, the overall complex is actually pretty strong. Biofuel has done nothing but go up here, and then the exports have actually gained some favor here. So if this actually happens here, and the mandate is only at actually capped here, because they're talking about over 525, mandate wanting to be up in that area. This extra stuff could actually just get sold as a veg oil or as renewable or diesel to countries that actually want that product, or just change it to SAF. But little do I know. But then here we are. One of the headlines yesterday as well. Japan refiners scale back decarbonization efforts and focus on fossil fuels. Now, this could be, to favor maybe a little bit of a Trump thing, but you know, having energy and not paying more for energy because you're decarbonizing is, depending on the stability of the country, you may have to do this, right? If there's no money to be spent, uh, or if you're doing it in the case to support the industry. So in the palm oil, Indonesia, with their mandates, they're doing it to support their agricultural industry. So there might be a focus on where, but these Japan is a net buyer of a lot of products. You can see here the active weather. So we're getting lots of rain here. This is forecasting going out into the weekend, and you can see 7 day precipitation totals. You got some good moisture there. You got good moisture in I states here as well, and yet we'll show some drought monitor maps that might require a fair bit of moisture. Here's your temperature, and I just stopped it here because on Sunday there's a pretty good chance of frost right in those areas when you get the really light colors, and right where I live basically. So the Canadian accumulated precipitation in the last 7 days. So we've got a little bit of moisture in this area and moisture over there. There's this band right here that we're going to have to pay attention to for our drought, and even in this area as well. This is probably going to get rain in the next, or it has got rain, but we'll see if that changes come Monday, Tuesday. So just a different look at it, the soil moisture percent of normal. This has changed since the last time we looked at it as well. Here's the drought monitor from yesterday. There's some building over here, and you can see it that it's starting to build a little bit more drought in the corn, soybeans, and then spring wheat building as well. But some of that spring wheat area is probably going to uh, change with this system that's gone through here. Same with the corn and soybeans. So here's your 30-day kind of forecast for the NASA Grace, you can see there's a fair bit of drought in there, and in 90 days it's still there on the forecast side. So we'll see if they come true there. But that'd be another bullseye to pay attention to in the U.S. That'll rally corn and soybeans for sure. Europe still quite dry, but these are the areas, and this is Ukraine, of course, and yeah, the map doesn't go into Russia, but and this is the main Russia growing area right here, and I would expect it to dry too. So just when they took the snapshot, canola was up on the front month and down on the back. Rapeseed is up. Soybean oil was down a penny, even though I took a screen grab of a little bit later. It was only 80 cents down, or zero point 0.8 of a cent down. Crude, West Texas is just slightly up. Soybeans were up on the front month, and spring wheat's up. Kansas was basically trading sideways. Milling wheat is up. Corn is up, and your Canadian dollar just slightly up as well. So let's just look at it here. Just yesterday, we probably got kicked out a lot of positions with my clients as we had moved stop losses as this market kept on going up there. So yeah, let me know if you didn't get tripped out or what's your thoughts there. But we do have a green day here showing, and that's just again going back to the how tight this canola is. There's squeezes on. So here's your November contract. You basically have to hold this line where we are right now and trade higher. I would expect that can hold as long as there isn't any outside other factors like we've had in the last day or two, or probably the last couple of months. Always outside factors. The differential, we're uh, looks like we're pulling back up into maybe a higher differential between the front and back. And here's the European rapeseed. It's trading positive. It gapped lower with that news, but trading positive now. So same thing with the new crop. Here's your soybean oil. There's your 3 cent down day, gapped, and what it was trading at the moment when I was there or when I was talking. But so we got to get above this line for it to be continue this trend. We'll see if we can get there. Soybean futures down day, but not limit down day, even though it has the opportunity or possibility that it could trade expanded limits today, and it's not. Crude oil up, but um, it's actually went down for the last couple of days. Now it's trading up a little bit here. Canadian dollar looks like it's kind of trying to hold this range here. Um, I fully expect if there's more trade deals done, that there's going to be some downside to this. And the same thing with the U.S. dollar index. I expect it as more trade deals happen, there's more money flow going into U.S. and that will increase their dollar. Wheat. Uh, so the spring wheat has only had 2 positive days, so not quite the technical signal for me to say, hey, let's buy can or Minneapolis, but Kansas is actually it's technically sound to re-enter, and the same thing with the fall contract. It'd be possibly time to get in. If we're trading Chicago, same idea. And the sorry, flashed through there, but the Matt Diff was as well. But here's your feeder cattle, and it's just absolutely just liquidating. So it's had some big days down here too. So if you haven't got your floor under your cattle prices, I would highly recommend it because this is probably going to get some follow through on the live cattle as well. But when I look at uh, hogs, I would say the same thing. It looks like it's got opportunity for it to go up. That's all I have for you today.